Welcome to Something Witchy, a Sabrina the Teenage Witch rewatch podcast. I'm Laura Cotter.
And I'm Sky Orchard.
Sort of.
Wow.
Halfway.
Halfway there. My voice is going out. I'm in a hotel. It's going to be great.
This podcast has just become like a time capsule of all of our illnesses.
I feel like it's shortly going to become a time capsule of all the travel I'm going to be having to do soon too. So
Oh yeah. Is it going to be a monthly thing?
I'm not sure yet, but
okay.
Potentially.
Everybody light a candle, say a prayer, print off a picture of Sky and put it under the moonlight.
Pray for the Wi-Fi at these places, the sound in these places.
Where are you staying right now? What hotel are you in?
It's Hyatt.
Oh, okay. So, not bad.
I have a couch in my room.
Do you get free breakfast in the morning?
I believe so.
That's the best thing about any hotel. That's when you've made it. I have a feeling this will be a shorter episode, so Sky does not have to suffer for very long, but we'll find out.
We say that and then things happen.
How long was the soundtrack episode, by the way?
It was like a solid 42 minutes.
You know what? That's longer than a lot of our regular episodes. We were more excited about the music than some of the episodes we've got recapped.
I mean, there were 16 tracks, and in some of these episodes, there aren't even 16 scenes, so.
This one definitely has 16 scenes. We got a lot of quick ones towards the end. Our question of the week. What's an award you've received that you're really proud of? Have you received a award in your lifetime?
Yes, I have received awards. Can I think of any of them off the top of my head?
Do you want me to tell you mine and give you a few minutes to think?
Sure.
And if not, I have a silly one maybe for you.
Okay.
So growing up, when I was taking piano lessons, I participated in something called the National Federation of Music Clubs through my teacher. Every year, I think my first one when I was 8, I had to memorize 2 different pieces, a classical and a contemporary piece, and I'd have to play them for a panel of 3 judges, and they would score you from 1 to 5. The 5 was called superior, and the 1 was called poor. It was like superior, excellent, good, fair, poor. Over the years, every time you got an interval of 15 points, you got a trophy. The way that my teacher did it, we just did festival once a year. So it was years of working towards this goal. And so by the time I graduated high school, I had gotten my 3 trophies, my tiny little one, my medium one, and then my big one. And I never scored lower than a 4. I only got 1 4. And I'm bitter about it to this day because the piano they gave me had a key that stuck when you played it. And so I had to figure out how to pop it back up so that I could keep playing. And I was 12 or 13 when this happened. And so I didn't know to speak up for myself and say, hey, this piano is wonky. Give me a better piano. Move me to the other room. And so I just dealt with it and I got a 4. And I was like, that 4 is not my fault. I deserve the 5. Give me the 5.
Sabotage.
So that's something I'm really proud of because it was 10 years of hard work of becoming a better pianist progressively each time, learning harder and harder pieces. And it also introduced me to a wide range of music, which I don't know if I would have gotten just through normal lessons. So that's something I'm very proud of.
Wow. I'm proud of you too.
Thank you.
I don't know. Got boring awards, got Hope of America in 6th grade or something like that. And
okay.
I don't know. I feel like there's others, but my brain clearly can't do anything right now. I did win the most awkward award.
Oh.
Once for a competition at work. So,
okay.
I still have that trophy on my desk at work there. There's a great picture I'll send you of me in a yellow wig holding this trophy, just being extra awkward.
I love it. Beautiful. A+. The one I was going to offer you, I didn't actually give you a trophy. Now I feel bad. Do you remember when I ordered at work back in our children's museum days? I ordered a huge box of safety goggles and it went missing for months. And I was going insane because I was like, where's my box of safety goggles? And I'd been searching for it. And everybody was like, I never saw it. And I was like, whoever finds this is officially my favorite person, my favorite employee. And then you found it and you were officially my favorite employee and you won that.
Where is my trophy? Or a medal?
I should make you one now.
Yeah, I want a big one, bigger than your piano one.
I actually kind of have an idea of what I could get you. So
perfect.
Watch out. Okay.
I can't wait.
Let me actually pull up the website right now so I don't forget later. Okay, so mine was heartfelt. Yours was about being awkward and finding goggles.
Yeah, awkward, then goggles. Hey, at one point they thought I could be the hope of America. I
You
don't
know
think
what?
current leadership would think I'm the hope of America,
You,
though, so
you still are. Dang it. Okay, should we get into this episode?
let's do it. People don't want to listen to my voice that long.
It's so full of hope as it is.
Oh, are you seeing Punch the Monkey?
Oh, no, I can't talk about that. I will cry. We can't discuss that. I'm so sorry.
I'm living for Punch. Punch is the only reason I'm going on.
Mine is Alyssa Liu, but I can't talk about the monkey.
Just a little guy.
I'm going to talk about it because I was scrolling through and I was I kept seeing references and I didn't know what it was about. And then I saw an Instagram account that posted the whole thing. And so when he first got his stuffed toy and then oh, and now he's becoming more accepted. And then it was nope, they're beating him up again. And there was a video of him beating it. It was savage. It was so mean. And I know they're animals and they don't have empathy. And that's what makes us separate from the animals is that we have empathy. But holy cow, that was brutal.
Despite the horrors, we persist. Just like Punch the Monkey. He made a new little friend today. Another
that's good.
Little kid friend.
For now. Until that one turns on him too.
Just gotta be brave like Punch, Laura.
Just keep throwing yourself out there, no matter how many times you get beat up.
I mean, yeah, that's life, right?
It is life. Back to the episode that I said 5 minutes ago we're going to talk about. Season 3, Episode 8. The title, And the Sabrina Goes To. TV guide description. When no one acknowledges her achievements, Sabrina casts a spell and ends up on her own awards show. Our streaming description. A spell to get her just desserts leaves Sabrina with egg on her face instead.
I actually like TV Guide this time.
I was confused by the egg on her face. It was oh, there's going to be an egg at some point. Somebody's going to throw an egg at her. No, there was too many food metaphors.
Too many.
It originally aired November 13th, 1998, directed by Kenneth Coach, written by Frank Conniff, your fave. Our guest stars. It's a good list of guest stars. Starting off as Dick Clark. I'm hoping everybody knows who Dick Clark is. He's hosted basically everything. He did before he died. He's passed away now, right? A while ago.
I think so, but if he is passed away, he's hosting in the afterlife.
He is definitely hosting Heaven's Award shows.
Yes, he died in 2012.
Okay, I was going to say,
even recently.
It's been a long time. So if you watch Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve, that's who it's named after. We could potentially have some 14-year-olds who were born after this man's death listening to this podcast. Some really hip 14-year-olds. Thank you, Gen Alphas. So yeah, all the award shows. And he also hosted the Olsen Twins Mother's Day special in 2008.
Whoa.
Just thought I'd throw in there as a little fun tidbit. Next, we have Mary Hart as Mary Hart. She is probably most well known as the host of Entertainment Tonight from 1982 to 2011. She also had some random other appearances on things like Coach, Blossom, and Frasier. Phantom Planet each gets their own credit. Alex Greenwald from Phantom Planet. He was also in Donnie Darko, and he's a member of J Jams, which is a super group composed of himself, along with James Valentine of Maroon 5, Jason Bosel of Rilo Kiley / Connor Oberst, Michael Runyon, he's a solo artist, and Z Berg from The Like, which that J Jams then became The Phases when James Valentine left. Darren Robinson from Phantom Planet. He was also in Bad News Bears, and I can't find much else about him, but he did do an AMA on Reddit 14 years ago and talked about how the band felt once Jason Schwartzman got famous. Next is Jason Schwartzman from Phantom Planet, but he's also in things like Rushmore, The Darjeeling Limited, Asteroid City, a lot of other Wes Anderson films, and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Joel Brooks as Emperor Larry. He looked really familiar to me. I know I've seen him in other stuff. Things I have listed are Indecent Proposal, 6 Feet Under, Phil of the Future, and Murphy Brown. Curtis Anderson is returning as Gordy. And also Gordy and Harvey's podcast is now up and live. And apparently they sing songs, and now I need to check it out. They released a song together. Suzanne Kroll as Olga, which I didn't think we got names for the peasants, but apparently we did. She was in Race to Witch Mountain, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Psych, and Lost. Larry Thomas as Zampano from Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, Hacks, Arrested Development, and Fugued Up, which is not about classical music. I can't remember what the description was now, but it would have been more interesting if it was about classical music. Joel Michaely as Random Student, and he is returning from Quiz Show Season 2, Episode 22. Jock Brotbar was uncredited, but he was also a member of Phantom Planet, and he was the composer for Killing the Competition.
Whoa, full circle moment.
Wasn't the dad also on something else? The dad was in
Sabrina Goes To, right?
Yeah, she just picked up her phone book and was like, who are Sabrina alum that can work on this movie with me? Lastly is Sam Farrer, who is uncredited, and he's also a member of Phantom Planet, but he's now a member of Maroon 5. So, what are your overall thoughts on this one, Sky?
I wish we just had Zelda and Salem plotline. I didn't care for the Sabrina plotline. I feel like if we had had Libby in this episode, that could have made it more enjoyable as far as that storyline. And I do miss Hilda. I feel like Hilda would have been great in this plotline as well, especially if she doesn't get to be a Rincess and only Zelda gets to be a Rincess.
I was fully expecting Libby to get like second place in the science fair. Like I was waiting for that moment when she walked in with her second place ribbon. I kind of felt some empathy for Sabrina at the beginning, where it's like, yeah, having been one of those kids, it does get old to be like, look how good I'm doing, but like people just take it for granted. But then it got real over the top and real annoying. It is the lesson that needs to be learned, that you don't do things for the accolades from other people, you do things for self-fulfillment. It was not horrific, it was what it was. I feel like she should have clued in about like 7 trophies earlier than she did.
Or even, just a whole award show.
Yeah, like I thought that was going to be the point where she was like, oh, this is a little weird, but she didn't. Our cold open. 2 men are playing a fanfare in the hallway, bringing Zelda and Sabrina out of their rooms. Zelda explains it's for Cousin Larry, an other realm emperor.
He has his own country. I get dirty looks for taking up too much couch space, bemoans Salem.
The linen closet thunders, and out comes Cousin Larry. He tells Sabrina to kiss his ring.
But I hardly know it.
He can't wait to talk to her about the family. He is interrupted by the horns. He tries again and gets interrupted again. So Sabrina zaps the trumpet players into Phantom Planet. Everyone dances, even Salem.
And this does not happen on Paramount Plus. It's just the horns interrupting, and we go into the opening credits.
So I do have a note here that on the DVD, Phantom Planet is edited out because of copyright. So I'm wondering if that's the same for Paramount. But then why does Hulu get it? I don't understand any of this streaming copyright stuff. None of this makes sense.
It's very confusing.
I would hate to be the person who's like taking old shows and putting them into streaming and having to like listen to every piece of music and every person and be like, can we allow that? Can we not allow that? Let me go dig through 40-year-old contracts and figure out what's going on. Our outfit intro is a clown or court jester. And she says, 2 witches walk into a bar. Stop me if you've heard this one. Zelda gives Larry a cup of coffee in the kitchen and explains that Hilda is away for her high school equivalency reunion.
They hold it every year at a Costco, says Salem.
I might actually go to my high school reunion if it was held at Costco.
That would be really great. Savings.
That was one of my questions, was be like, have you ever been to a high school reunion? And my answer is nope.
I have.
Oh, good for you. You're better than me. Zelda has to run off for her symposium in the other realm. Larry stops her and tells her that she's the Rincess of Massapequa Park, the country that borders his country, Massapequa. And those are both names of real towns on Long Island, New York. Sabrina is excited about the possibility of inheriting this country.
Larry corrects Sabrina when she says princess by saying not p, just Really tiny countries can't afford a whole p princess.
Zelda says that witches live so long that they keep acquiring useless pieces of land. Larry offers to take the country off her hands and zaps some papers for her to sign. Zelda is going to have to sign them after her symposium, though. Larry tries to talk to Sabrina about the family's secret, but she has to get to school for the invention fair. Larry zaps and then blows on a little party blower thing.
I think I know the family secret. Lack of proper excitement over teenage achievements.
Valerie shows Sabrina her combination hairdryer/lipstick applicator invention, which you can do that with 2 separate hands anyway. You can do lipstick with one hand and hairdryer with the other. You don't need... Also, like, it takes me, like, if I blow dry my hair, it takes 30 minutes. I'm going to be applying lipstick for 30 minutes and, like, waving the lipstick all around my head because I don't just blow it on the front of my face. This is a terrible invention.
It takes me like 30 seconds to blow dry my hair.
We have slightly different amounts of hair, just minorly. Sabrina's invention filters the water from the school's water fountain, leaving only pure H2O. She turns it on, and only a small amount of water comes out after everything else is filtered. Valerie says she's going to win for sure, and Sabrina is happy that someone finally appreciates her efforts. They go over to check out Harvey's invention, the pepperoni pizza putty prototype, a giant rock that removes unwanted pepperoni from pizza. Oh, Harvey. Ms. Quick tells Valerie she likes her invention, but doesn't seem excited by Sabrina's, to her disappointment. Mr. Kraft tries out Valerie's and gets lipstick all over his face. Oh, I thought you would catch what he said there.
Yeah, he had a line, and I was gonna look it up, but then I sound like this. That's gonna be my excuse.
Let me find it. He says, now I look like one of Red Skelton's paintings. Who is Red Skelton? He is an American entertainer, born 1913, died 1997. Best known for national radio and television shows, especially between 37 and 71.
Oh, he drew creepy clowns.
Ooh, where is it?
Red Skelton Paintings images on Google. Comes up with a whole...
I'm on his Wikipedia page.
Whole bunch of clowns. Too many clowns.
Oh, okay. I see some. Yeah.
Yep.
Seeing Mr. Kraft, if this show was made this day and age, it would be a comment about how he looks like the Joker, especially Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yeah, very Jokerish lipstick application there. It's also been several episodes since we've seen Mr. Kraft, right? Like since first or second episode?
I don't think he was in Pancake Madness. Was he not in Pom Pom Incident?
Maybe he was, and it's just been forever since we've actually recorded an episode.
No, because the secondary plot line was Witchician with Dom DeLuise. So it was Suspicious Minds. It was episode 3. So it's been a few since we've seen him.
5 whole episodes.
Yeah, so if it was made today, it would be a reference to Heath Ledger's Joker. But the thing I always think of, there is a Babysitter's Club movie or TV series from the early 90s. And at one point, there's a kid he goes as the Joker, and they eventually wipe his makeup off, but it just leaves this faint trace of red makeup that just won't come off his face. And it looks like he's been drinking red Kool-Aid and got it all over his cheeks. And that's what I think of every single time I see someone with red Joker makeup on, as I think about this one episode of the Babysitter's Club. I'm old.
You are old.
We flip to math class, and Ms. Quick congratulates Harvey on his C+. Valerie celebrates her B-. Sabrina got an A, but no one is impressed. Sabrina tries to get validation from Ms. Quick, who brushes her off. Sabrina zaps in a party blower and gives it a toot, and everyone just stares at her.
Just getting ready for the millennium is her excuse.
She's over a year early on that one. They all go back to check on their inventions. Valerie got third, Sabrina got first, and Harvey got a green participation ribbon. Valerie and Harvey celebrate, but don't seem impressed with Sabrina's achievement. Ms. Quick congratulates Valerie, and Mr. Kraft tells Harvey good job for being the first football player to actually finish an invention. Sabrina asks about her, but Mr. Kraft just says hello and leaves. Sabrina is visibly disappointed. Gordy comes over and celebrates Valerie's third place, then asks Sabrina if she wants to sign up to do a walk for orphans. She doesn't understand why she should. Just so she can do the best and everyone can ignore it, she runs off.
Actually, it's so the orphans can get cable, Gordy tells Harvey and Valerie.
Okay, Gordy, bless your heart. Sabrina goes home during lunch and Zelda asks what's wrong. Sabrina says she got an A+ on a really hard test and got a blue ribbon for her invention. Zelda doesn't understand the problem. Sabrina is upset that no one is excited. Zelda explains that she gets A's and wins things so often that they can't get excited for every one. But Sabrina just wants a well done. And this is where I was like, this is valid. This is a valid feeling for a teenager to just want to hey, I recognize that you're doing a good job. Zelda commiserates. She solved an ancient math problem, and the other realm scientists sat there like a group of mutes. So she covered them with smallpox. That's what happens when you don't give proper kudos to somebody. You get smallpoxed.
But they might be livelier.
Sabrina just wants one person to get excited. Salem suddenly wakes up on the counter and asks if he heard that she won a blue ribbon. Sabrina excitedly says yes, and Salem asks if it's available for shredding. Sabrina frowns. Sabrina rifles through the magic book. Okay, I've been listening to audiobooks lately. I heard one where they said riffles through something.
No.
Okay.
You do not riffle anything.
I need to make sure that this is me, not me being crazy. And it's actually rifles through something.
No, you rifle through.
Okay.
Don't ever say riffle to me again, Laura.
The other one that threw me, it was done by a cast of people from the UK. So I'm sure it's just a different pronunciation. But you know the word dour, D-O-U-R? They pronounced it doer. And it took me forever to figure out I was like, what are we saying? Because it was also a fantasy sci-fi novel. And so I was like, is this some in-world word? And I was like, no, that's just how they are saying dour. And I didn't like that one either. And they said it a couple times in the same book.
No, thank you.
So Sabrina rifles through the magic book to find something that will get her good work acknowledged. Salem tells her to look in the recipe section, and she finds just desserts. It will get her the recognition she deserves. She zaps in a chocolate cake, but the linen closet doorbell rings.
Wow, you're lucky. When I was a witch, just desserts was a prune. An old prune. We also get Cauldron Watch, where instead of pens, we've now moved on to pencils, a very large amount of wooden pencils.
She needed a lot of pencils to sketch out her invention. So many. The post for this one, I was like, oh, maybe I should make a cake, but today's my dad's birthday, and he had a birthday cake, and so I just took a picture of the birthday cake. And that's going to be my, look at this cake to celebrate this episode.
Wow.
Also, we had a just dessert spell in the Trial by Fury episode in season 1. There was no cake involved, just an enhancing butt.
Well, we forgot about that. The writers forgot about that.
The Sabrina Wiki did not. Shout out Sabrina Wiki.
The wiki always knows.
Sabrina leads 2 peasants from Zelda's country in the other realm into the dining room where Zelda is working at her laptop. They both bow to her, and Sabrina guesses that they're here to worship Zelda. Back at school, Sabrina takes a bite of her just desserts from a Tupperware container at her locker. Suddenly, Miss Quick runs out of the classroom, yelling about how Sabrina got an A on her math test. Everyone claps, and Valerie chimes in that Sabrina also got first place for her invention. Her invention is now being displayed with a plaque in her honor.
In honor of Sabrina Spellman, I didn't even have to die.
Do you have your name on anything out there in the world? Like a theater seat or a brick somewhere?
Like signed bricks in the back of theaters, like as productions.
That works.
Oh, my name made it into the school newspaper, which I'm sure there's a digital copy at some point. The Utah State school newspaper that said, police responded to someone breaking their back on the rugby field.
That's not an honor thing.
I made it to the Statesman, and it was right below a report of, someone couldn't find their car, and the police helped them find their car.
You were in the police blotter.
It was.
That doesn't count. Unless it was like hero citizen rescues cat up tree or something.
Hey, I walked off that field with a broken back. That's not heroic. I don't know what is.
Oh, man. Mr. Kraft comes by to announce that the school board decided no existing grade is adequate, so the Hallelujah chorus starts playing. Everyone continues to clap as Sabrina struggles to remain humble and fails.
Terribly. Fails so terribly.
Zelda is getting pampered by her citizens when Larry shows up to have her sign the papers transferring her country to him. She imagines herself as the Rincess, with an adoring crowd cheering for her, and says she's going to hold on to her country. So Larry declares war and storms out. She turns back to her peasants who ask if they can discuss taxes. Sabrina gets back to her room after school and goes to eat some more cake. Salem warns her not to do it. Sabrina rationalizes that a couple more bites can't hurt. Suddenly, she's eaten the whole thing. Didn't we literally just have a lesson about eating foods when you've been told not to eat them because bad things happen and she has no self-control?
But those were pancakes, and this is cake without the pan.
This is magical cake, which is worse. Also, drinking a talent soda. Like, this girl's ingested a lot of things. She needs to have a little bit more wariness about what she puts into her body. She eats the whole thing, magic pings, and Salem goes from warning her to saying, way to eat cake. At school the next day, Sabrina finds a crumb of cake in her Tupperware and eats it. Harvey approaches her, amazed at the way she closed her locker. Valerie runs up and asks to watch Sabrina breathing. Zelda is dressed as a Rincess, sitting on a throne, while the peasants argue over her apple core. Salem tries to advise Zelda on war, but Zelda refuses. The peasant woman asks to be Zelda's footstool. Zelda agrees as long as the woman retains her dignity. Salem goes to the kitchen and says Zelda must have been speaking in code when she told him to scat. He does some translations to find what she actually meant was to destroy Emperor Larry so Salem can take over and rule his country. You can take the man out of the dictatorship, but you can't take the dictator out of the man.
I think they did take the dictator out of the man because they put the dictator in a cat.
The dictator is in the man that is in the cat.
Man cat.
It's a nesting doll situation. Miss Quick tells the class she was going to give a test, but she's skipping it and just giving Sabrina an A. She starts to pass out party hats to celebrate when Mr. Kraft bursts in to say they just declared peace, and Miss Quick interrupts him to tell him about Sabrina's A. He asks for a hat. Everyone claps, and Sabrina enjoys the adoration. Salem stirs the cauldron, making a sleeping potion for Emperor Larry. I love his little paw during the spoon, ladle, whatever that was. Zelda comes in and he claims he's making s'mores. Zelda leaves him again to plan for battle.
Yeah, I'm making s'mores. S'more poison for Emperor Larry. Mwahahaha. And Salem knows how to appropriately use a cauldron.
Salem did a good job in this episode. Sabrina walks down the hallway and everyone claps for her before Mr. Kraft leads a marching band in for Sabrina completing her literature homework. Sabrina joins the parade down the halls.
I do like Mr. Kraft's statement of, if they can have a parade honoring men who have merely walked on the moon, I think we can have one honoring a little girl who has done her literature homework.
I enjoyed Mr. Kraft in this episode. I love it whenever Martin Mull is given an opportunity to show a different side and to like be goofy with the character, and him being so over the top enthusiastic about everything Sabrina is doing. And like his face looks so different when he's like smiling, like
when he feels joy.
You're like, oh, I can see how he could play a character that's not a horrible human being. He's just so into it when he's Mr. Kraft that he just looks like he'd always play like an angry character. Zelda gets a letter from the other realm. The Witches' Council wants to honor her achievements in math and science. The peasants don't know what math and science are. Are they from the US? Zelda starts to realize they don't actually worship her because of what she's done, but just because they think they should. She starts to leave to find Emperor Larry when an explosion rocks the house. Miss Quick is speaking at an assembly to honor those who worked on the Walk for Orphans. That walk took place real fast. We're 24 hours from when not less than 24 hours from when we learned about it.
It's just a lap around the school.
Doesn't take much to get the cable for those orphans. Anyway, they decided to turn the assembly into the first annual Sabrina Awards instead. Valerie comes out with a musical number with Harvey and Mr. Kraft joining in. Sabrina claps along with everyone else. Zelda goes into the kitchen to tell Salem she needs to get in touch with Emperor Larry. She made a huge mistake. She just wanted recognition. She steps on a tripwire, triggering a giant swinging axe. She manages to duck out of the way, and Salem said he set up booby traps for Emperor Larry. Zelda says she never told him to terminate Larry. Mary Hart is emceeing at the Sabrina Awards with Mr. Kraft as they play different clips of Sabrina relaxing. They announce that Sabrina won, and everyone claps as Sabrina goes up to accept her award of herself. The Sabrina trophy, it looked like the cartoon, the comic book version of Sabrina.
Little Easter egg or something there.
Mm-hmm. Like, I know she has short hair this season too, so it could kind of be like, oh, it's for the season, but it looked very comic book Sabrina. We get a montage, and we have Can't Get Enough of You Baby playing by Smash Mouth.
Did you actually hear Can't Get Enough of You Baby?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got all the music in this one.
Paramount Plus. Did not get Can't Get Enough of You Baby.
Did you get the captions, at least?
I couldn't tell you, but we do not get words, at least.
Our montage. Sabrina accepts another award.
As a streaker runs across the stage.
One of the peasants pours Zelda a cup of coffee as the house is bombed. Sabrina accepts more awards with her arms full. Zelda and peasants crawl through the house as she fires a gun out the window. Sabrina is overloaded with awards, and everyone claps as she drops them. And she finally starts to look a little bit weird about it. Zelda hands off a large stack of papers to Larry, giving him Massapequa Park. The peasants come in with scones for Zelda, and she gives them the news that she's abdicated. They are very upset. She offers to go to her country to explain her decision to everyone. The peasants reveal it's just them and one other man.
And despite that, parking is still a nightmare, says Olga.
And Olga maybe wants to get with the one other man and not with the man that she's with, we also find out.
Hot gossip around the country.
Sabrina is walking down the hallway with Valerie telling her that they're going to announce another winner, and it's probably Sabrina. She tells Valerie to go accept on her behalf. Valerie is ecstatic and runs off. Sabrina finds Gordy crying by a garbage can. Poor Gordy. He's been punched the monkeyed. Sabrina realizes he feels bad because he worked really hard on the walk for the orphans. Sabrina feels awful. Sabrina goes back to the awards just in time to be announced as the winner of yet another award. She tells everyone to sit down and that she just wanted a little recognition, but not at the expense of those who were truly deserving. She's going to give her awards to Gordy and all the other do-gooders. Dick Clark is shocked and cues the band behind the scenes. Sabrina sums up her weekly lesson to Zelda.
So it turns out constant praise isn't all it's cracked up to be. From now on, all I want my hard work to bring me is a high school diploma, admittance to a good college, and a high-paying job with benefits. But that's it.
Honestly, that's what we all want, girl.
The dream.
Like, I don't even need like a super high paying job. Just one that keeps me alive, gives me some money to do things that bring me joy. We're good. The benefits, yeah, I do need health insurance. That is a non-negotiable with me and with you, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Zelda apologizes for not being more helpful and telling her that good work is its own reward. Zelda zaps in some humble pie. Sabrina takes a bite and it's awful. Oh, when is this going to get posted?
It might actually be near Pi Day.
Oh, it's going to be near Pi Day and I'm going to make a pie for Pi Day. I'm going to try and make a s'mores pie for Pi Day.
Pi Day, Pi Day. Gotta get down on Pi Day.
That needs to be the title. Gotta get down on Pi Day. Sabrina takes a bite and it's awful. Hopefully my pie will not be. Zelda gets up to go to her reception in the other realm. Sabrina notes that she could also use some humble pie. Yes, I understand Zelda also wants reception, but like getting an A on your math test versus solving a centuries-old math problem? Like,
yeah, Zelda didn't necessarily need that pie at that point.
Zelda's feelings are justified. Zelda agrees to eat a small piece, however. Salem comes downstairs in camo to convince Zelda to undo her surrender and attack Larry. Sabrina tells him to eat some pie too. Again, why is Salem eating the pie? He's actually not been successful in what he's been trying to do.
Ever. Sabrina does have a great line of, Salem, as someone once said to Alexander the Great, have some pie. At which point, he says, okay.
Salem would just eat the pie anyway. Let's be real. Harvey celebrates getting another C+ in math class. Valerie gets another B-, and Sabrina gets another A. Miss Quick tells them each, nice work. Valerie at least notices that Sabrina got an A, and no one made a big deal out of it. I was like, hey, good friendship moment from Valerie. I didn't mind Valerie in this episode. I thought she was good in this episode. I know most of it she was under a spell. But this nice little tag where Valerie's kind of like, hey, that's kind of rotten that nobody's making a big deal out of this. I was like, good on you, Valerie. You're not always a good friend, but you noticed that your friend was bummed about this after she threw an entire awards show. Good for you. Do you think they have any memory of the awards show and the parade and all of that?
You know, it makes you think because they have, you know, memories of like candy corn and stuff like that, but then other things it seems like they don't. And it's
like, is the plaque still there?
Great question. Will we ever find out? Probably not.
We gotta watch the hallway for the plaque now.
Poster watch, plaque watch. I don't know. Everyone's heads are just messed up at this point in all sorts of ways.
Who do you feel the most bad for? Out of like Valerie, Libby, Harvey, Mr. Kraft, who have all had multiple spells cast on them.
Honestly, probably Libby, because she's like maliciously targeted.
Libby got turned into a puzzle and a pineapple and a donkey.
Wasn't a goat.
Goat. Same family. Ish.
Ish.
Yeah, close.
Heavy on the ish.
They eat garbage. They're kind of mean. All right, our end tag. Zelda and Sabrina are saying goodbye to Larry. He gives Sabrina her clue to the family secret, a horn.
Let me guess. It's weird. It makes no sense. I don't know why I have it. It must be a clue to the family secret.
He notices her great deductive skills and says maybe she can join one of his death squads one day. How big is Massapequa if Massapequa Park is 3 people? And why is there a death squad? Why are there multiple death squads?
He has a very large ammunitions as well, like napalm, bombs, a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. He leaves and Zelda says they may see him at the post-war Reconstruction Summit because somebody has to clean up all the something sticks.
Punji sticks.
What is a punji stick?
You don't know what a punji stick is?
No.
It's a trap. You're walking around the forests of Nam, and you step on something that isn't actually solid ground, and you fall in, and you get impaled on a punji stick.
Oh, they're the things you impale on. You know, we all need to brush up on this stuff.
Very adequately used against us in Nam.
Punji stick is way too soft of a term for what that is. Because can I tell you what I thought of when I heard punji stick? You know those things that like early 2000s, the guys in the mall would be out there like flipping those little stick things around? That's what I thought of. I was like, why are there a bunch of those in the yard? Yeah, I didn't think death by impalement. We need a better word.
They weren't meant to cause death. The actual aim was to debilitate and cause infection, actually. If you
Which
happen to
leads to
die,
death.
it wasn't like an instant death, wasn't their intention. If some people happen to die while the trap was being deployed, cool, but
I
it
have a
was the
hard time
long
believing
game.
anything used in war, the goal is usually death. Oh man. Okay, so anyway, we're cleaning up the punji sticks in the yard. Zelda asks Salem if he cleaned up all his booby traps. He says yes, but suddenly the peasants fall from the ceiling trapped in a net. And that is our very violent episode. Sky, what's your new title for this?
I think I would have named it something like Just Desserts, because then you're still referencing what happens, but it's not as on the nose as in the Sabrina Goes To. I'm phoning it in, literally.
Literally would be if you're on the phone with me.
Well, I'm zooming it in. Literally.
All right. So what's your guess for the family secret? We got another clue, but it's a clue we already knew about from last time we recorded. Now I have the hiccups.
Yeah, you really just wanted to listen to that CD for Phantom Planet, and then you could say, look, here's some more Phantom Planet, except I didn't get to see Phantom Planet.
Salem was like rocking out too, and it was so cute.
You know, they'll go to Hulu, I guess, and watch it again. The Spellmans like to toot their own horn, and they have too big of egos. See, look, I used the word horn. See how I did there?
We also used the word toot twice in this episode.
Yeah.
All right. We will see if you are correct on that, but probably not until the end of the season. I'm going to tell you at some point, there's going to be some reference to like, so-and-so solved their family secret with 2 clues. And literally, there's no way. Our next episode, season 3, episode 9. Nobody knows Libby like Sabrina knows Libby. What do you think it's going to be about?
We've already had them being like stuck together and Libby becoming a puzzle, but
are you looking at how it's written on the notes? Because that's going to give you a clue.
Sure am.
Okay.
And that's why I'm saying what I'm saying at this moment. So despite having those concepts already done, I think Sabrina and Libby's noses are going to be swapped somehow, or it's gonna be some weird magic school bus where Sabrina ends up in Libby's nose. I don't even know anymore, but noses are gonna be involved, and I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know how you're going to feel about this episode. I am not super fond of it, I will say. I'm not going to say more than that because I think it's going to give away what it is. I don't know how you're going to feel about it. It is wacky. It is wild. There is Salem. Yeah, I don't know how you're going to feel about it. We will find out. We'll find out next week. If you enjoyed this, please like, share, rate, and subscribe to our podcast. You can email us at somethingwitchypod@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram at somethingwitchypod. Until next time.
Stay meowgical. Stay meowgical for punch.